Well, hello, folks. We're already at midweek on your Wednesday, and we've got the tower cam views for you. Welcome to this little weathercast. 74 degrees in Alexandria on Texas Avenue, where we see some clouds. A little bit of an increase in that lately. So it's mostly cloudy for today, and that's kind of the systematic forecast and observations that we have. And then I'll go over to LaSalle Parish. Hello to all you folks in Gina and LaSalle Parish 73, according to the cam there in your location. And likewise, we'll see a mostly cloudy sky. Coming up, we'll be talking about warm, then colder, and then warm again with some pesky rain in between. And speaking of that warm again, I've got outlooks going deeper into March coming up after the 7-day forecast. Let's go start to the radar where we're picking up a few controlled burns in and around the area, especially in Vernon Parish, it looks like there, and the Kisatchie up in Natchitoches also, but no rain out of the clouds. The little front is dying as it tries to head in our direction. In fact, I really don't think this thing's moving at all. I think it's just pretty much stationary back up to the northwest of us, but we do see an area of clouds across the area. We're also seeing energy across the Pacific West and up to the north. We still have these twin high pressures way up north where the air gets cold and it stays cold for a while. And that is what's going to plunge down into the United States here as we head into the weekend. We'll feel some of that, but not the worst of it, and that's good news. Futurecast for Thursday morning, back for your commute. We've got a forecast with overcast skies and plenty of humidity and mild. It could be spring-like with lows in the 60s at that time. For your PM commute, can't rule out a stray shower or two during that time frame. And then going into Friday morning's commute, likewise, we're going to see a chance of rain during that time frame, maybe even some patchy fog across the area. So your morning commute weather may not be too great. Futurecast now, playing with the warm and cold bubbles of air. So I'll just kind of let this play out for a bit. And we can see how most of this is staying to the north of us through Friday, but it's close enough with all this area to the north of us that the Gulf is open. We'll see the moisture, and that's the reason it's staying warm at night. And then with that moisture, as we get a front in, it will squeeze out that moisture and make some rain, perhaps a few thunderstorms out of it there. So we'll let this go into the Saturday time frame. Notice that we got a ridge forming out to the west, a warm bubble of air out in that direction, pushing the jet stream northward, allowing the warm air to come in from the south. But we'll also see another outbreak of cold air right here. This is Sunday midday. Notice that once again, it is centered up east across the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, into the northeastern portion of the country. So it's just been, for the most part, it's just been kind of telegraphing it to us at a distance. And generally what happens there is that the air, once it gets down this way, the cold air is also shallow as opposed to being deep in this area up in here. So that makes a difference in the kind of temperatures and how hard we get hit by the cold air. But I think you'll notice certainly that it will be colder going into next Wednesday. Looks like another shot centering across the Great Lakes during that time frame. All right, so let's check out the 7-day numbers for us. Here are these pesky rain chances, as I call them, and we need the rain. It's not a derogatory term. It's just well, it's hit and miss and off and on kind of thing. 30% for Thursday night, and upping it a little bit to 40% there for Friday. There's that AM fog possible. A little bit breezy Thursday. We could see southerly winds gusting to about 25 at times for the day, pushing it to 81 in the intervals of sunshine that we may have mixing with the clouds that day. So very warm, 64 lows, 63, 64, so some very warm mornings, but a slight downturn in temperature. I did put a little front in Friday, little temperature change from Thursday there, and then 20% Friday night and 40% Saturday, scattered showers, maybe a few thunderstorms in that time frame there. With these two fronts in the forecast. This is the big one for the weekend. I put it between Saturday, Sunday time frame. It's probably late Saturday, Saturday night when that front gets here. And it will make a noticeable difference. You'll notice the temperature difference from Saturday to Sunday. As you see the numbers here, no rain Sunday, beautiful sunny day on Monday, 36 and 57. We bottom out Tuesday morning. I still have 32 for a temperature, so a light freeze at least possible Tuesday morning across portions of central Louisiana, but we start a warming trend there during the day up to 61 and then 45, 74. Warm air blasting in, warmer temperatures, higher dew points coming in, a little bit of moisture there, and an increase in clouds by next Wednesday and going beyond this. So the temperature outlook for February 26th through March 4th, typically we see 45 and 67. This outlook says that we will be well above that during this time frame. In fact, most of the United States will be warmer than it should be for that week. Remember, this is week 2. I just finished week 1 with the 7-day forecast. Can't go into as much detail with this because it's too hard to predict the atmosphere that far in advance. So temperatures, thermometers higher than 45 and 67 during that time frame. As far as rainfall is concerned, we're just kind of at a near normal, which means maybe around an inch if we can get it. Below out west, above in the Pacific Northwest and in the Great Lakes. So we need rain, but that doesn't look like it's going to be enough to do much as far as the drought conditions are concerned. All right, that's it from me. Thanks for being with me. Nick Mickels will be back with you in the morning. I'll be back somewhere about this time, and I'll be in the forecast center as well. Hope you're